Have you ever felt overlooked, like someone else got the spotlight that you deserved? Imagine that feeling growing into bitterness so deep that it cost you not just your position, not just your friends, but your very life. This is the story of Korah. Korah was not just any man in Israel. He was from the tribe of Levi, the same tribe God had chosen for holy service. He was privileged, respected, and had responsibilities that connected him directly to the worship of God. But Korah wasn't satisfied. Why? Because he wanted more. He looked at Moses, the leader chosen by God, and Aaron, the high priest, and thought to himself, "Why them? Aren't we all holy? Why should they be above us? Don't I deserve the same honor?" It started with envy. Quiet, hidden, a seed in his heart. But envy never stays small, it grows. Korah began whispering to others, and he didn't whisper to just anyone. He gathered 250 of the most respected leaders in Israel, men with influence, men who could sway the crowd. Together they formed a rebellion, standing boldly before Moses and Aaron, saying, "You take too much upon yourselves. The whole community is holy, so why do you set yourselves above us?" Can you hear the pride in those words? The anger, the challenge? Moses, a man who had stood face to face with God, was heartbroken. He fell on his face, humbled, not to defend himself, but to seek God's direction. And God made it clear. The next day he would show the entire nation whom he had truly chosen. Moses told Korah and his men, "Bring your censers, your fire pans used for worship, fill them with incense and present them before the Lord. The man whom the Lord chooses, he is the Holy One." This was not just a test, it was life or death. The next day, the whole nation gathered. Imagine the tension, the crowd holding its breath. On one side, Korah, Dathan, Abiram, and the 250 leaders with their censers burning. On the other side, Moses and Aaron, standing as the accused. Then Moses spoke words that must have sent chills down the spine of every Israelite. "If these men die a natural death, then the Lord has not sent me. But if the earth opens its mouth and swallows them alive, then you will know they have treated the Lord with contempt." At that very moment, the ground beneath Korah and his followers split open. The earth roared, cracked, and swallowed them whole. Korah, his family, his tents, and everything that belonged to them. Fire then came out from the Lord and consumed the 250 men who had dared to burn incense in rebellion. The crowd screamed, people ran in terror. The rebellion was crushed in a single terrifying moment. What began as envy ended in destruction. Korah had status, he had influence, he had the honor of serving in God's tabernacle. But envy blinded him to gratitude. It poisoned his heart until he lost everything. Even his name became a warning, a story parents told their children about what happens when pride and jealousy go unchecked. Lessons from Korah's story. Envy blinds you to your blessings. Korah already had a position of honor, but his jealousy made him despise it. When you keep looking at what others have, you forget the gifts God already placed in your hands. Envy spreads like fire. Korah's jealousy didn't stay personal. He infected 250 leaders. One bitter heart can corrupt many. Be careful who you listen to and who you follow. Envy challenges God's order, not just people. Korah thought he was fighting Moses and Aaron, but he was really opposing God himself. When we let envy rule us, we're not just resisting people. We're resisting God's plan. Envy costs everything. Korah lost his life, his family, his possessions, and his legacy, all because he couldn't accept God's choice. The story of Korah is more than ancient history. It's a mirror. Where has envy tried to creep into your heart? Whose blessing are you resenting instead of celebrating? Because the truth is, envy will always whisper, "You deserve more." But gratitude shouts louder, "God has given me enough." Don't let envy write your ending. Learn from Korah before it's too late.